Good evening, Entropians. Julian McBain here, and tonight what we're going to be doing is a 30-minute run, approximately. And so what the plan is I've recorded how many skills we have. So at the outset we have 54,357 skill points. And I want to see, we're going to be hunting curbs today. I want to see how many curb kill points we acquire. So we're starting at 13,613. Just recording that before I forget. We're going to go out there with 400 ped worth of ammo. I don't foresee us using all of it or even most of it. We are going to be... the gun is unamped, but it does have a scope on it. The Headshot 2. And so what we're really out to see is we're going to see how much ammo we cycle, how much loot we get, and how many skill points we acquire throughout this 30-minute period. And I kick my... I've been using the Panda Bear, the... what do you call it? The Mehuahuan. And I'm sure my accent was terrible, so... Are you under attack? No, you're not. Let's start with you. We just want to see, you know, how much can we do in a half hour. And as you can see, I'm not wearing any armor, so I'm strictly relying on skills, which means if I have to heal, I will. In this case, I think that it would be more efficient for me to gain the skills from healing than it would be to pay it out in armor cost, which, you know, in a lot of cases, especially when I want to be careless and, you know, maybe watch something on YouTube, that's what I do, is I put my ghost armor on. The curbs can't really penetrate the ghost armor. It only costs me like a ped per half hour. So realistically, it's no real cost handicap. You know, maybe it's like 2 ped per half hour, but it's not very much. And so that's what I want to do, is I want to see just how far we can, you know, how much can we do? How much can we go? And I'm willing to assume we're not going to get a global here, but even if we do, we can kind of get a feel for, you know, on average, what are we looking at? And I'm going to head kind of in this direction along the lake without going over the ridge, because that kind of messes with stuff. But there's a lot of people out here today. So if you run into a real dry zone, I might hop by using either my sleep near or my hover pod to get to a more densely populated area. The herd today is really thin. There's a lot of people hunting today, which is not surprising considering it's a Saturday. But we hadn't really done... I've done only a couple controlled cost hunts lately, and this time around I wanted to see, you know, what can you really get out of 30 minutes? And today I have been experimenting with not wearing armor and seeing how that turns out. And it's not going badly, as you can see. I mean, it's not great because obviously I'm taking damage, but, you know, it doesn't really cost me anything to lose hit points, and I'm getting those evade skills. So I'm hoping that it ends up being beneficial in the long run. Okay, so I think this is what, the third? No, this is the 4th mob we've hit. So I've noticed that the iron missions, especially once you start getting up to these higher level ones, you really have to take them in chunks, right? Like, I'll come out here and I'll do an evening where I'm hunting curbs because I don't want to really have to focus. But like, I had to take a break from fighting curbs, and I went out and hunted phefoids for the first time over the weekend. Oh, yesterday, in fact. Or, no, I didn't hunt them for the first time yesterday, but over the last week I hunted phefoids for the first time. And I'm finding that hunting phefoids is much more, because it's at my level. Phefoids average level probably 14 to 15, kind of like what we were doing in Mayhem. But But of course, because I was hunting at my level, the loots were better. And it didn't feel like, you know, I think I was definitely breaking even. You know, I was at least breaking even hunting curbs. But it wasn't necessarily as satisfying. I wasn't gaining skills at the same rate. And I went out and I hunted Feefoids, and I was gaining skills like back when I first started hunting curbs. And I was like, this is awesome. You know, this feeling of actual progress is amazing. But even after a couple days, the desire to go back and finish what you started, like, I still need to finish the Berrycled quests or iron missions. And the only place I know where to find large groupings of Berrycled, they're all level 3 youth, and they only give you 1 point apiece. That's a lot of Berrycled. Ugh. And even if you're blowing through them with, you know, 2-3 shots a pop, because they're all level 3, they're not giving up a huge amount of loot. So your options are try to find a really efficient gun to do it with, or sword, or what have you, or grind it out the hard way. And I haven't really decided how I want to approach it yet, because I could probably go out there, minimum armor, only occasionally healing, and I've got my Laconian sword, which is fairly efficient. I think it's 54. Yeah, it's 54%. I mean, I could go out there with an LR10 and just, you know, clean sweep, but there's going to be a lot of overkill, and I don't know how overkilling. I still haven't figured out what I think the loot theory does, and I am on board with the whole individual loot unless you're in a team, and that the more ped you put into a mob, the more you get back. But since level 3 is very rarely global, and they global very, very small, I guess the question is, ooh, I better heal. Is it worth it for me to go out there and hunt all those Berrycled at that level? I'm sure that there's a place on Calypso where there are higher level Berrycled. I just haven't found it yet. Because if I'm fighting level 10 Berrycled, shit, I'll do it all day long. I do wish there were... Holy shike! That's not cool. You don't want to get in this deep when you're not wearing armor, and I really don't want to have to armor up, because that would be very stupid. Mostly because it would be my own fault for being very stupid. Okay, we're doing this. We're gonna have to heal again. That's gonna lose some of our ammo, but that's okay. And I mean, realistically, it doesn't. I know it all goes into the same pool, and I'm gaining those healing skills that I really like. That, you know, I guess there aren't a huge number of... I guess there isn't a huge incentive to have the healing skills. Or at least that's the way it appears, but I don't know. I like the ability to self-heal in the middle of a battle and keep up or overpower the mob's ability to hurt me. Especially since I'm really reluctant to drop ped on armor until I have to. And like this ghost armor, my next step for the ghost armor will definitely be buying plates for it, because that's gonna make it burlier. But I know at some point I'm gonna have to purchase Vigilante, because Vigilante lets you hunt robots. Ghost armor doesn't do great against robots. It's for, you know, animals and mutants and things like that, but against robots it doesn't have the correct type of damage resistance. And so at some point I'm gonna have to invest in Vigilante, and I'm reluctant, man. I just, you know, I bought the ghost armor this year. All my armors I bought in the last year. You know, I got the Turellian, and that wasn't too bad, and then I got the ghost, and and I picked up these off of Feefoids, the Thunderbird gloves. They're limited armor, though. I'm not going to use them, at least not for the time being. I mean, if I can pick up the other parts, I guess they sell for, you know, 104. It's not terrible. You know, when your base rate is, you know, 70 ped, 104 is 7, 14, 21, 28. So you're talking, I could probably sell it for close to 100 ped. And that's not nothing. But at the same time, it's almost like, do I want to see if I can't gather a whole set and try wearing it? Do I just want to sell it? That's kind of, you know, this is kind of new to me, picking up good, really good, but limited armor. And I don't know quite how to handle it at this point. And I don't know what the set looks like. Because I'll admit, I'm one of those people where aesthetics kind of has it, you know, I've got a thing for aesthetics. The ghost is nice and slick, for instance, but like my favorite armor is still the Turellian because of the way it looks. It's very wasteland. And I like that. Which is ironic because in, you know, my medieval armor is very pretty. Like my fencing armor, it's a really nice doublet. And considering I wear suits all the time, you know, it kind of surprised me how much I enjoyed the look of this armor. Although maybe that's the steampunk in me coming out. That's entirely possible, because there's a lot of wasteland, post-apocalyptic stuff in steampunk themes. I haven't really let that side of me out very often lately, because, well, I haven't had a lot of access to the community, and because of where I am and things like that, but also because time and money. You know, steampunk is really a convention thing, and conventions are expensive, is what it is. And there's my geek right on my sleeve. Here I am. Total geek. You can tell with these long gaps when I realize, you know, halfway through the video or almost halfway through the video that I forgot to actually write down the ideas I had for this video, which was a big mistake on my part. I think I had some thoughts. That wasn't it. Well, it was part of it, but not what I was looking for. I don't think this is either. Looking through all my notes. That wasn't it. Okay. Doesn't matter. No. Kind of going back to what I was talking about in yesterday's vlog. Or technically it released today, but this will release on Sunday. So for you, it's yesterday's vlog. I feel like the virtual world, and the more I play in Entropia universe, the more I feel that the virtual world is the future. I feel like that's the reason that EU is slowly but surely growing, where other MMOs are kind of expanding and contracting without a whole lot of control. And part of that's because, you know, the big man on campus used to be WoW, and Blizzard has not exactly been very kind to its fan base, and I'm not going to spend the majority of this, you know, hang on, I gotta, oh, hang on, guys. Looks like Tom C wants to team hunt. So I'm just going to let her know what I'm doing before I say yes. Okay, let's form a team. Okay, form the team. And team invite. And then, well, let me see what she's using. Looks like she's either using an Anixo or a Buchan spare rifle. Okay. Well, let's do this. So this is interesting. I haven't really done a lot of team hunting, and I think the last time I did it was with Serial Overdrive, and I have to admit it was a little tough not doing the hunt. Doing the hunt wasn't tough at all. It was really nice to be hunting with another person, but doing the hunt and trying to record a video while trying to pay attention to his stream when he was telling me what was going on was really interesting. Which is why, unfortunately, I ended up nuking the video for it, because it wasn't turning out the way I wanted it to. And so instead what I ended up doing is I ended up linking, I think, his stream to I ended up hooking up or linking that stream to one of my other videos, or the VOD anyway. But it's not that I have any issue with team hunting, and if you find me out here in the Darien, don't hesitate to ask. And I may not say yes, because sometimes I'm on a mission or I'm doing something, but or I should say sometimes I'll say no because I might be busy. But at the same time, if I'm not, I'll say yes, and I don't mind spending a half hour out here with you hunting. No problem with that at all. I mean, it is going to kind of throw off our numbers a little bit because we're hunting a little bit less efficiently. So I'll have to probably redo the premise of this video for Wednesday's video, but that's okay. This is how you build relationships in Entropia universe, and that's one of the aspects about Entropia I think that's so important, is to build those relationships. Because humans are social beings, right? We literally need each other to live. And although I'm fairly typically a solo player, and there's nothing wrong with that, it's never bad to take the opportunity to network and to find those friends. Even an introvert like me can understand the benefit that can bring. Because who knows? I could run into Tomsy, or I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. If you end up watching my channel and I pronounced it wrong, please correct me with a pronunciation guide. Or what's her nickname? Oh, that's all I get. Okay. The ability to come out here and hunt the slightly, for her, if she's using a Buchan spare rifle, and it looks like she's an amateur laser sniper. So to be able to come out here and help her out, that's never a bad thing. And she's wearing pixie armor, which is good armor for her level. Of course, I'm making the assumption this is the first profession she has. I could be totally off base. She could be an Uber, but has never touched laser rifles. And, that happens. But, especially if you're a newbie, just hit me up. My in-game avatar, of course, is Kenichi Kamadake. Named after a character in a manuscript that's yet to be published, called the working title is Hunting the Jackal. It was originally called Sins of the Father because of the premise of it. I just want to keep an eye on her health. Oh, I'm being attacked. That's cool. My evade's high enough to where I'm not that worried about it. I forgot how long it takes to do things with Buchans. Oh my god. Once the... Okay, so let's... Oh, did I automatically unequip that? I don't remember unequipping that. That's okay. Let me take a look at my system stuff here. Oh yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'd say we're getting pretty even loot. We're doing about the same amount of damage. She doesn't have the adjusted rifle, so I think I'm probably doing just a touch more damage than she is. But that's okay. Just gonna keep an eye on her health here. Okay, good, I'm being attacked again. My biggest thing is I would prefer to have the aggro. I might have to heal here in a minute. Okay, well, as soon as she takes the next one. Whoops! That's not what I wanted to do. You know what? I better put Bookins back on the... You know what? I'm going to put it under 3. I know that's usually where I put one of my weaker sword. But I'd much rather... Okay. I would much rather have this weapon where I can readily access it. I'm going to move my microphone here, so I apologize for any feedback you might be getting. Just so that I can more readily type. The way I set this up is not for being able to converse. Okay. Okay, yes, she's hunting Fifoids, which means she's probably higher level than I'm giving her credit for. I'm going to find out, because if she group hunts, you can group hunt anything with enough, you know, newbies. You get enough newbies out there with Bookins spare rifle, you can take on some pretty burly shit. But, okay, yeah, she group hunts them. But to solo hunt, you really need to be at your level. Although, something I've noticed about being a newbie is that sometimes it's hard to know when you're ready to progress, and what's holding you back isn't your level, but your equipment. And that's something I ran into. Like, I was stuck at newbie level up until, like, almost 30,000 skill points, and I didn't know, you know, I thought that's just the way it was. The slow grind. And then I realized, you know, I was watching Serial Overdrive, and, you know, he had said he had, at the time he had a little above 50,000. I think he's above 55 or 60 now. And he was wearing Ghost, and he was taking on Fifoids. I'm like, wait, what? How can he take on those mobs? There must be, like, some sort of curve that you hit. And then I realized, oh, you know, I was on Cyrene, and I picked up an LB10. And all of a sudden, I was able to take on level 8s and 10s no problem when, you know, level 4s were giving me trouble prior to that. And then I got Ghost Armor, and now I can take on level 14s. And so, and of course, part of it's because, you know, throughout all that, I was gaining skills, and, you know, I've got 54,000 skill points now. But, you know, throughout all that, I was like, you know, I'm slow grind. It's going to be a long time before I can even come close to, you know, all of these people that I thought were, you know, these people who I think are really cool, and I still think they are because I've actually interacted with them now, and that, you know, just increased my opinion of them. But it's like, I'll never make it, and then come to find out, well, you can make it. You just have to realize that at some point you have to get the equipment that matches your level to go with it. It's just like if you're playing Final Fantasy VII and you're level 100, you're not going to do near as much damage with the Buster Sword as you are with the Ultima weapon, right? I mean, yeah, you're going to do more damage at level 100 than you did at level 1. But don't expect to be beating Sephiroth. So, I like that change of perspective and how that really changed how I look at things. Oh, I'm going to need to heal her. Oh, no, it's coming after me now. That's good. Hoo-hoo. I have more evade skills. At least I think I do. This is going to take a while, even with 2 of us. Gosh. Doing 4 and 6 at a time. Oh! Oh, she's brand new. Oh, bugger. Gosh darn it all. I forgot to hit enter before I started typing. Kind of heal myself up a little bit. Come on. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted. 3. Okay, well that explains some things. Although, for 5 days and she's already wearing Pixie. So I don't know if she, you know, maybe she tried it out in the past, or maybe she could just have a really good mentor. And if she does, good for her. Oh yeah, her health is taking it to the chin, so I definitely believe that. Don't move. I think it's the S10. Yeah, the S10, okay. Don't want to be giving bad advice. Where'd she go? Oh, she must not know about auto strike yet. Or auto use. What? Why are you moving around me? I'm gonna head toward her. I'm just gonna wipe this one out. I don't know if she can't attack or what, but I want to make sure. Why full repaired? Does she have like a mobile repair terminal? Oh, yes, full repaired. I don't know what her, she just, like, stopped moving for some reason, so. You know, maybe real life kind of took over. I'll guard her avatar until she's available to actually play again. Okay, guys, it's time. I'm sorry I'm not going to have a count up. I can't really make it back to a terminal to do the count up proper. I wasn't really where'd she go? Oh, oh no, there she is. Oh, I wonder if she DC'd. That must have been it. Other because she's protected. Yep, disconnected, reconnected. Okay. All right, guys. I am going to continue doing this team hunt with her for just a little bit longer. I feel like crap that I can't at least give you guys a decent count up. So, but we'll you know what? We'll keep this going for a few minutes. We'll hunt a few more, and then maybe I'll end the team hunt. And we can do the count up, and it's going to be a little bit inaccurate due to the fact that, you know, it's a team hunt, but that's okay. And I'm going to keep an eye on her health because this guy can hit like a truck if you don't have the right equipment on. Boy, I forgot just how long it takes to kill these stupid things with the Buchan's rifle. Oh my god. Good lord. For all that, we only ended up going through, what? Not even 4 ped worth of ammo. Oh no, we went through 40 ped. Okay. You know, I'm sure that I'm cutting a loss here because I found that if you team hunt with someone who is too much of a level discrepancy. Oh, we got 2 on us now. I don't want to have to pull out my bigger gun, but I might have to. I've got one of them. One down. Okay, we're good. We're okay. That was close. I got worried there for a second. Holy crap. That's the other thing. I'm not used to having to monitor teammates in this environment. I mean, if this was WoW, that's one thing, but of course I didn't have to monitor much because I was the tank. And on the rare occasions I did play healer, I had a heal bot. Heal bot does not exist here. And I don't think that Mind Arc allows add-ons like that. Which is unfortunate, really. What is she? Oh, there. Could she see that thing? But hey, we're still gaining skills, and that's the important part, right? I think she's going to die if she takes one more hit. I might end up healing her. I mean, I know she said that she had the Vivo, but I don't think she's paying attention to her health at all. Okay, there we go. That's right, buddy. Hit me. Like a truck, apparently. That moment when your evade skills aren't quite enough to save your sorry ass. These level 6s hit hard, which is why I like being able to fight them with the LR10. Because, you know, the amount of damage you do really does counteract the fact that they hit that hard. Stop moving him. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Not great, but not bad. She likes going after the level 6s. Hmm. These alphas are a lot tougher than the regular dominants. I wish it would I wish there was a way for me to know how many hit points they had, like the raw number. Because I know I'm going to be dumping a whole lot of rounds into this guy with this stupid gun. Even with an LR10, it takes a hot minute to drop on a level 6 alpha. Or even my LB15. Not as much with the LB15, but the swords and compared to the guns, the swords are actually more powerful. Like from a raw damage standpoint, they also use more ammo. But I'm finding that when you do use a sword, because of the the melee aspects, you gain those that strength faster, you get those hit points faster. I might have to heal. I'm honestly going through more ammo healing than I am with this stupid rifle. Which I shouldn't call it stupid. I did go through all that trouble to upgrade it. And frankly... Oh, shit! Pay for my stupidity. Another level 6. Yeah, I'm sorry, but for these, I'm going to have to go with the more powerful gun. She's not going to get as many skill points off of them this way, but they hit too hard. They really do. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll give her another 2 mobs and then I'll have to call it. And we'll do a count up. And yeah, we'll go from there. This hasn't been bad. I didn't end up doing anywhere near what I expected to be doing for the video at all. But you know, when something like this pops up, it's an opportunity. Take it. Who knows, maybe in 5 years we'll end up running into each other and she'll be the head of some big society and, own a mothership or something, and I'll be able to go, hey, can I pilot the mothership for a while? And she'd be cool with that. I think, never underestimate where a newbie can go. Never ever underestimate where a newbie can go. Because they'll surprise you. One day they're brand spanking new, and the next day they can kick your ass in PvP. That's why I don't troll newbies. Uh-oh. We got 2, which is fine. Oh yeah, I should probably check the fire when I'm done. We primarily heat through it. I mean, we have oil too, just in case, but we primarily heat through wood, and that means, constantly checking the damn stove to make sure that, you're not out of wood. Because... up here in Vermont, like today, I was out throwing wood and I was in a heavy sweater. And I'm like, it's just the other side of uncomfortable. Like, it's just cold enough for me to be uncomfortable despite the fact that I'm throwing the wood. So, and throwing wood is warm work. You burn those calories and it heats you up pretty quick. But I was chilly. And so after I finished and, we came inside, I sealed the door up to make sure there were no drafts, and I checked... National Weather Service to find out what the temperature was at the nearby airport, and it's 6 degrees outside. I'm like, oh, that's why I was just a little uncomfortable. Because I can feel that there's a kind of different way that the air feels once the temperature drops below 0. It's a very harsh kind of cold. And we're not talking about, you know, oh my god, it's chilly, I want to shiver. No, it's a very harsh, biting kind of cold. And for those of you who live in the north and have experienced below 0, you know what I'm talking about. But for those of you who haven't, it's very difficult to contend with. And if you don't have the right equipment. Now me, I've spent all my life in the north, and so, you know, I'm really used to that really deep cold. And if I'm out there only for a short time, I don't really need that high jacket, because during the winter when it can happen, I eat more calories. I burn them, which is why I'm not, you know, heavy. But oh shit, heal. Okay, we're good. I might have to pull out the heavier gun for this. Yeah, I'm going to. Oh, she died. Okay, so as soon as I kill this, I'm going to head back to Boreas. I'm sure she's already at the revive point. It's not that far away. In fact, I might be able to just run there. Christ, I'm aggroing like everything. Okay. Normally I would cheerfully fight. Oh, frick. No. Run away! Spawn. Operate. And off I go into the wild blue yonder. There it is. Okay, I'm within detection range of Thompson now. I'm thinking she's probably inside of the outpost. Okay, guys, let's see how we did. Understanding that this was not the original planned run. So we started with 54,357. We ended up with 54,406. So we gained 49 skill points. So that's not bad considering we were using Book and Spare Rifle the whole time, just about. You know, that's, like I said, this wasn't the plan, and we went about 45 minutes for this one. And then we started off with 400 ped. We used 55.79. And we came back with 30 ped worth of stuff. So we definitely took a 20 ped loss there. All in all, not terrible. And I'm sure we got some, I mean, the skills we got really didn't match it. But you know what? I got to spend half an hour helping a newbie out, and that's never a bad thing. It really isn't. So I'm going to call that a win overall. No, I'm serious. It's a win because I was able to help a newbie start off in her time in Entropia universe, and that helps to prevent frustration. And I think that's very important to retaining players, because the more players we have, the better the economy is in the game. The more fun we can have, the more events that'll happen, the more mind art can put into improving the game, and the more the planet partners are going to want to. So that's a win. And you know what? If it cost me 20 ped to do that, it's a worthy investment. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten so far this year. I think I'm up some 10. I think just in the month of January so far, I'm up something like 10 subscribers. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the rest of this month brings. You all have a wonderful night.